thanks for joining me today. My name is Kim and I'm super excited about today's video. If you haven't guessed it yet, today we're going to be talking about how to drink more water. If you tuned in and watched last week's video, then you know that one of my goals for 2019 was to drink more water. But we're 2 weeks into the new year now, and I hate to say it, but I've done a really bad job at it. So that's what we're going to change today. We're going to come up with a plan of attack to fix my water drinking habits. It's really embarrassing actually to say that as the fitness and health person that I am, that I actually go days without drinking any water, and I feel like that's like the most basic thing. Like, everybody knows you should be drinking water, so it's something I really need to work on. And I've realized that just because I said it was my goal and I said it was my resolution for the year doesn't mean it was just going to magically happen. Now that we're 2 weeks in, I've not really put forth the effort, and so nothing's really changed. And that goes with any of your resolutions. It's a lot to state it and say that that's your resolution, but you got to put in the work. And I realize it's kind of like a job, so for the next couple weeks to build my habit of drinking water, I'm going to view it as that. I'm going to view it as it's part of my job. So stick with me. We're going to jump into the video now and check out my 5 tips for how I'm going to drink more water in the upcoming weeks. Tip number 1. My first tip and first thing I'm going to try this week to drink more water is first thing when I wake up, I'm going to make sure that I have my water ready. A lot of people will tell you to wake up and chug a glass of water. That is not something I can do. A, I don't like to chug water, and B, when it's a cold winter morning, I don't really want a cold glass of water. But what I do think will help me is just having my water ready. So I'm going to measure out my water bottle so it's ready to take with me. And I'm gonna just get a glass of water. So while my coffee is making, or while I'm making breakfast or picking up the kitchen, a lot of the things I do first thing in the morning, I've got the water there and I can sip on it because I feel like I'm gonna be more likely to drink it if it's already there and ready for me. Tip number 2 is to bring water with you. This is something that I never really made the effort to do before, but then I realized, like, if you don't bring it with you, how the heck are you supposed to drink it? So bring water with you, and I realized just how much I actually drink in the car and how thirsty I am as I go about my day. So make sure you bring it with you. Tip number 3 is to flavor your water. So things like adding in lemon, or where I'm just right now trying to get in the habit of drinking more water, I've been drinking some flavored waters and buying like the Crystal Light packets, which really seem to help. Then you can work on the details of drinking just like pure regular water after that. So flavor your water. Tip number 4. Tip number 4 is to write it down, just like you would anything else, because right now this is not a habit. This is a job. I have to work at it. So if I don't write it down, it's not something that's going to easily come top to mind and be something that I think about doing. So just like all my other priorities that I have to get done through the day, I'm going to be writing it down every single day and marking off every time I drink another 16 ounces. Tip number 5. My last and final tip is to give yourself some grace, because you're not going to be perfect and it's going to take some time to build that habit. So if one day I don't hit my water goal, it's going to be okay, and I'm going to try again the next day. Thank you all for tuning in today. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you got some good tips and tricks for adding some more water into your life. I clearly am still in need of some help, so if you have any tips and tricks for drinking water that you use, please leave them in a comment below. I would love to try them out. I'll be trying these tips and tricks over the next couple of weeks, and I will keep you updated on how my water intake goes, so come on back. Thanks, guys.